Let me be straight with you right now. If you are on Medicare or about to turn 65, there are two traps sitting inside the Medigap system that the insurance industry is very quietly hoping you never figure out. And I am not being dramatic when I tell you that these two mistakes are costing retirees thousands of dollars every single year. Not hundreds, thousands. And the worst part? Most of them had no idea until it was already too late. Welcome back to Senior Pulse US. I am glad you are here today because this one might be the most important video you watch all year. Now, I want you to stay with me through this entire video because the second trap is actually the sneakier one. It looks completely harmless on the surface, and that is exactly why so many people walk right into it. If you have a parent, a spouse, a neighbor who is approaching Medicare age, do them a favor and share this with them before they make a decision they cannot take back. Let us get into it. The first trap is one I call the guaranteed issue window mistake. Here is the thing about Medigap, also known as Medicare Supplement insurance. When you first sign up for Medicare Part B, you get a 6-month open enrollment window. During that window, no insurance company can deny you coverage, charge you more because of your health, or make you wait through a pre-existing condition exclusion period. None of that. You walk in, you pick your plan, and they have to take you. That window is gold. But here is what happens to so many retirees. They turn 65, they get Part A automatically, and then they think to themselves, well, I am still working, I have got my employer coverage, I will deal with Medicare later. Or maybe they just get busy. Life happens. And they let that 6-month window close without signing up for a Medigap plan. Fast forward 2 years. 3 years. They retire, they lose their employer coverage, and now they go to sign up for Medigap. And this is where the floor drops out from under them. Because outside of that initial enrollment window, insurance companies in most states have every legal right to look at your medical history, see that you had a heart procedure, or diabetes, or even just high blood pressure, and flat out deny your application. Or they approve you and charge you a premium so high that it barely makes financial sense to have the coverage at all. We are talking about people who did everything right their whole lives, saved their money, stayed active, tried to stay healthy, and now they are being priced out of the coverage they thought they could always get later. At Senior Pulse US, we hear this story more often than I want to admit. The fix here sounds simple. And it is, but you have to act during that window. Enroll in Medicare Part B when you are first eligible and get your Medigap policy locked in during those 6 months. Even if you feel great, even if you have zero health problems right now, because you do not buy insurance for today, you buy it for the day things change. And that day always comes. Now the second trap. This one is smoother. This one actually feels like a good deal when you first hear it, and that is what makes it so dangerous. It is called the plan switching trap, and it involves people getting lured away from a Medigap plan they already have into a Medicare Advantage plan, usually because the Medicare Advantage plan is sold to them as zero premium, extra benefits, vision, dental, gym membership. And I get it. That pitch is attractive, especially when you are living on a fixed income and someone is dangling free dental coverage in front of you. Here is the problem. When you drop your Medigap plan to switch to Medicare Advantage, in most states, your guaranteed issue rights are gone. They evaporated the moment you left. So you try Medicare Advantage for a year or two, maybe you are fine with it for a while, but then you start needing more care, specialists, hospital stays, procedures. And suddenly those network restrictions and prior authorization requirements start hitting different. You realize you want to go back to original Medicare with a Medigap supplement. And now when you apply to get back into Medigap, you are treated as a brand new applicant with a full medical history and no protections. The insurance company looks at all the health issues you have developed over those years, and some of them say no. Others say yes, but here is your new premium. And people are stunned. They feel trapped. Because they are. Now, to be clear, Medicare Advantage is not a bad product for everyone. There are people for whom it works perfectly fine. But the decision to leave Medigap should never be made based on a slick sales pitch. It should be made with full awareness that getting back in the other direction may not be possible at the same cost or at all. At Senior Pulse US, the message I come back to again and again is this. The Medicare system is not designed to be easy. It is designed by people who assume you have an insurance agent sitting next to you walking you through every decision. Most people do not have that. Most people are making these calls based on what sounds good in a TV ad or what a neighbor mentioned at church. And that is exactly how traps get sprung. So here is what I want you to do today. First, know your enrollment window and protect it like it is the most valuable thing in your Medicare journey. Because it is. Second, before you ever consider switching away from a Medigap plan, talk to an independent Medicare counselor or your state health insurance assistance program, which is completely free. They have no commission on the line. They will tell you the truth. You have worked your entire life for this retirement. You deserve coverage that actually works when things get hard, not coverage that looked good on a brochure and fell apart when you needed it most. If this video helped you today, hit that like button. It genuinely helps other seniors find this information when they need it most. Subscribe to Senior Pulse US if you have not already, because we cover this stuff every single week in plain language that actually makes sense. And drop a comment below. Tell me which of these two traps surprised you more, because I read every single one. Take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.